taller boy and a shorter girl is a common narrative when it comes to relationships, right? And even if the girl is taller by an inch or two, the situation does not seem to be noticeable, but only when you are not Peter Parker and MJ. We are talking about Tom Holland and Zendaya. Holland is 5 feet 8 inches tall and Zendaya is 5 feet 10. Just a 2-inch height difference between these young stars have been the topic of debate since they were cast in Spider-Man franchise. After so many years, Tom Holland and Zendaya have finally addressed the question about their height difference in a recent interview. So how did Holland take these comments around his height, and does his height bother Zendaya as well? Stay tuned to find out, but before we begin, make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel to get the latest updates from Hollywood. Tom Holland and Zendaya are super busy with their Spider-Man No Way Home. Apart from their roles in the upcoming movie and their off-screen relationship, another topic of discussion around this young couple is their height difference. As opposed to the stereotype of a taller man, Holland is a few inches shorter than Zendaya, but they don't seem to care much about this height difference. Tom Holland and Zendaya, along with their co-star Jacob, recently appeared for an interview at the SiriusXM Town Hall event. Host Jessica Shaw asked their opinion about this common assumption that women should be shorter, so how he sees Zendaya being taller than him. Holland first commented, "Not that much taller. Let's put this out there, maybe like an inch or two at best." Holland then continued and said it's just a stupid assumption that their height difference would be an issue. Zendaya also shared her opinion and said, "This is normal too. My mom is taller than my dad. My mom's taller than everyone." Holland further shared that he is quite short, but maybe the director John Watts cast him because he wanted to break the stereotype. Zendaya shared that at the time of auditions, she was quite nervous about getting the role because she thought she won't get it as she is taller than him. Holland shared that every girl was taller than him, but the director still decided to go and cast him as the Spider-Man. "I remember when we were doing the Spider-Man screen tests, but every girl that we tested for both roles was taller than me. I wonder whether that was a decision director John Watts had made. There was no one that tested that was shorter than I was." Talking about their kissing scene in particular, Tom admired the director for breaking the stereotype by not casting a shorter love interest. Zendaya added that MJ and Peter's kiss is a nice sweet moment between them and that they didn't need to cheat the height difference. Jacob also called this comparison weird and unnecessary. This interview wasn't the first time their height difference came under discussion. On their London tour for the promotions, when the entire cast appeared on The Graham Norton Show, Zendaya shared a funny story about how their height difference would be a hurdle during the filming of the stunts. She shared the scene where they jump off a bridge. "Because of our height difference, I would land before him and my feet obviously hit the ground before he does." Holland also stepped in and said, "So Zendaya would land, and I'm the superhero. I'm supposed to look cool, and I would land, and my feet would swing from underneath me, and then she would catch me." Tom Holland also addressed the same question during his interview with GQ and said, "I do this thing on red carpets where I would stand closer to the photographers than the people behind me to look taller," he says. Holland then shared that now he has realized that instead of worrying about his height, he should put on more muscles, and now he is working on it. For a reminder, Spider-Man No Way Home just premiered in Los Angeles, where Tom once again showed how much he is excited to see Zendaya around. He was speaking to a reporter from Entertainment Tonight, but he stopped his interview midway just to watch Zendaya arrive on the red carpet. When the crowd started to cheer, he excitedly said, "I think Zendaya just showed up," and then stopped to watch her arrive. During the same event, he spoke to Extra and said he loves her a lot. "She's one of the most incredible people I've ever met, and I love her to bits. So to be here tonight at the premiere with her is amazing. I'm delighted to share it with her," he told the outlet. Later, Zendaya showed up in a custom-made, webbed Valentino dress and posed with Tom Holland, who rocked a black Prada suit. Apart from the movie, Tom Holland and Zendaya are also in the limelight for their off-screen romance. Although fans were shipping them for years, they never spilled anything about their relationship and tried their best to keep it away from the media or their fans. In July this year, Page Six released their viral kissing photos that sparked the dating rumors once again. After staying silent for a while, Tom Holland shared how this breach of privacy impacted him. In his interview with GQ, Holland expressed his discomfort over the photos and said they felt robbed of their privacy. He further called it a downside of fame that everyone wants to know what's happening in their lives. One of the downsides of our fame is that privacy isn't really in our control anymore, and a moment that you think is between two people that love each other very much is now a moment that is shared with the entire world. Holland always wanted to keep his relationship private and often shared that it's nerve-wracking when every little detail about your private relationship is out in the public. He said, "I've always been really adamant to keep my private life private because I share so much of my life with the world anyway." When further asked about whether they were not ready to share the news yet, Holland said, "It's not about being ready, it's just that we didn't want to." He further said that it's not the conversation he can have without Zendaya because her opinion is equally important. He said it's not just his story, it's their story, and they will share details whenever they are ready to talk about it. Zendaya also called this incident invasive and expressed her anger by saying that if you love someone, some moments should just be between you and the person you love. "I think loving someone is a sacred thing and a special thing, and something that you want to deal with and go through and experience and enjoy amongst the two people that love each other." Tom Daya fans are really happy to see them finally admitting their relationship and opening up about it, because both Tom and Zendaya kept on calling each other their best friends for years. Whenever Tom was asked about Zendaya, he always said she is one of his best friends, who taught him a lot about how to deal with fame and publicity. He often called her an amazing person who always stood by his side and guided him about his professional life. Zendaya also called him best friend, but never shared any detail about whether they were going out or not. The official Instagram confirmation of their relationship came in September when Holland wished her a happy birthday in a viral Instagram post and called her My MJ. Coming back to their movie, Tom and Zendaya have just ended the press tour after stunning everyone with their amazing red carpet looks, fun interviews, and sizzling chemistry. On their tour to Paris, Tom Holland and Zendaya made a joint appearance on the red carpet of the 2021 Ballon d'Or Award ceremony. Both wore black outfits and looked quite close to each other while posing for the photos. Earlier in London, during an interview on the red carpet, Tom commented on Zendaya and said, "There she is, looking beautiful, might I add." He also opened up about their friendship. Two friends coming together, experiencing the world, going through the same problems at the same time, having a shoulder to cry on, has been a huge thing for the pair of us. Zendaya also called herself lucky to have a friend like him. As Spider-Man No Way Home is the last movie of the trilogy, fans are curious whether this stunning couple will continue to work on more Spider-Man films. But from Holland's comment, it seems like this will be the last time we will see him and Zendaya as Peter Parker and MJ. As Holland said, maybe it's time for him to move on. Coming back to the topic about their height difference, the anticipation for Spider-Man No Way Home is skyrocketing at the moment, and no one seems to care about whether Tom Holland looks shorter or taller than Zendaya. Instead, people are just curious what will happen in the movie. What do you guys think? Should there be more movies breaking the stereotypes around the height difference of the leads? Share your views in the comment section and keep watching for more videos.